Hello and welcome to the PC Gaming Vortex. My name is Hikaro and I'm joined today by Gallows, and we are taking a look at the upcoming expansion for Tera. Now, this expansion is coming out on the 19th of December, and it is a free-to-play expansion. So, Tera is free-to-play, and the expansion is also free-to-play. Now, if you're interested in the base game of Tera, and what the core game is about, vanilla Tera, so to say, we did a video on that already. We did an Into the Vortex on this game back when it was fresh, and when it was new, and it just came out over here in the US. If you're interested in looking at that, I'll put a link in the description, and I'll put an annotation here on the screen for you. But today, like I said, we're going to be taking a look at the expansion that's coming out in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to take an early look at the changes and what they've added. Now, Masse Entertainment, who makes Tera, was nice enough to provide us with a couple of max level geared out characters so that we can explore Tera on this private press server, which is very, very nice of them. It gives us an opportunity to go in where we otherwise wouldn't have really been able to dive in with the characters we had from our previous series. So, with that being said, this new expansion, it offers quite a bit of new content. It actually has a full new continent. It's got 4 new zones and 4 new dungeons. They, of course, raised the level cap, which you expect. They added new class skills, new weapon sets. They simplified the entire enchanting system. Not to mention the fact there's a whole quest play guide for easier play. There's a new battleground. They did quite a bit of work in this expansion. This is a full-size expansion. So you're going to find quite a few changes from the original vanilla game, and we'll dive into some of those while we're going through to see positive, negative, how they did, things like that. Something to keep in mind with Tera is it's not really your typical MMO. And what I mean by that is normally when you think MMOs, you think, kind of a turn-based combat, auto-targeting, tab targeting, things like this. This is actually a hybrid MMO. It is action and traditional MMOs at the same time. This is a click-to-attack style MMO. It's very fast-paced, lots of dodging. Your placement is very important. It makes very dynamic combat, and combat's actually pretty fun. We were messing around with these characters out killing those bears you see in the distance, and it was quite a bit of fun. Now, for you Tera veterans that are watching, keep in mind, like I had said, we are new to these max level characters. We did our best to learn the ins and outs and the combos and everything, but we are by no means going to be advanced veteran players that are just super good at these characters. So we'll see what we can do. You can chuckle along with us if you're in the know when we botch a combo and such like that. So as far as I can tell, this is actually the quest giver right here that is going to take us to the new area. So we're going to give that a shot. Hopefully I've got the right person. And I'm playing an Elvish Warrior, which is like a DPS class. Can kind of be an off-tank, but it's pretty much a DPS class. It's dual sword wielding. And then Gallows is a priest, and he, of course, is like a combat healer. He's all in there healing and buffing and keeping me alive. So should be a good duo, and hopefully it won't result in too many deaths, although that could be entertaining also. Okay, let's see. So supply and demand. Isn't it wonderful? You're going north aboard the Sky Cruiser. Okay, so that definitely sounds bound for Northern Arun. Yeah, because Fate of Arun is the name of the expansion. Doesn't it make your heart race? Okay, see it hovering. Coordinating supplies for the cruiser. Okay, so what does it want us to do? Neri's note, talk to Gmo. Okay, so is this... I think that's him right there. Yep, he's right there on the other dock. Okay. Let's see. Sight for sore eyes.
I can't wait for your life to be in my hands, by the way, I gotta tell you.
I can imagine you would love that. Hopefully that won't result in too many falls. It just wants us to pick up flowers? Okay, well, if he needs the flowers, we'll get him the flowers. He just needs 3 of them. This should be pretty quick. Let's see. There we go. One more. Pretty standard fare here. Pick up a few things, bring it back. Hopefully there won't be too much of this before we can
This
get
feels
over there.
all too familiar from vanilla.
Yeah, it does. The questing in vanilla was non-inspired, I guess you can say. Kind of basic, but hopefully we got some excitement. I know the combat, doing some of the higher level combat was mind-blowing. Let's see, it's really fun. Deliver the Ember Bloom Oil to Taunus. Okay, so it's showing me a question mark this way, so I assume Taunus is this way. I don't know how far this way, but I'm going to mount up. Let's see. Where is he? Yep. What did I do? Oh, I think he's right here. He is. I passed him. Did I get attacked? Yeah, I got attacked. So for those of you unfamiliar with the combat system in Tera, you'll see that a couple times I use an ability, it'll actually auto-chain me where I just hit a one button and it'll hit the next ability. There we go. It's very cool. It makes it a lot easier to combo because everything is very dynamic from what I've seen. One ability chains into the next. If you cast this first, this one does more. If you don't, it does something different. A lot of abilities, a lot of combos, a lot of options. Well, in the combat, it's a lot of fun. You definitely feel powerful. Came out of nowhere, hit the wagon. Cracked his axles. Okay. Hunt. Oh, I think those are the guys over here. Are they? Yeah, they're these guys. Okay, so we gotta kill some of these. There we go. I love that ability. You hit it and you automatically warp through the guy and backstab him. Although this one's my favorite. If you do the pounce first, you hit like so many freaking times. Okay. A little slow on hitting space there. It showed if I hit space, I would have gotten a vortex slash. Trevor's cut. Space gives me a blade draw. See, auto comboing. I don't remember that from the first time we covered Tera. I vaguely remember it being there, but I will say that it's really cool. That auto combat comboing is just great. I have them all on my bar set up so I can do the combos, but it just takes, it's quicker, it's more smooth, it just kind of flows better when you just use the space bar. Plus, knowing that it does that every time, I can actually save room on my bar, which I think is pretty convenient because when you really think about how the game flows, I do not have a cursor unless I press the Alt button. It's all mouse look, which makes sense for action combat. So I can't click the bars at all. So everything has got to be hotkeyed in a key I can reach. So an F key or a number key or something around my WASD. Meaning that I kind of have a limited amount of places for hotkeys. So if I know when I cast this, it's going to auto combo if I hit spacebar, that second ability doesn't need to be on my bar necessarily. So it seems like that's a way to have access to all your abilities in the right situation, but at the same time don't waste your spots, which is cool. Okay, so we got to kill some bears. What do you think of the auto combat system? Or the auto combo system? Gallows.
Yeah.
What do you think of that auto combo system?
I think you're absolutely right with that. I think that it's very important in an action game like that you absolutely have some way to kind of save a little bit of room on your bars, because you know you just in this where you don't have the mouse, you got to have a way to where you can kind of hotkey everything that you're going to want to use. This definitely saves you some space, and I think it's brilliant, honestly. The way that you can, I guess the maybe some veterans out there would know better, but if there was a way to actually design your combos, that would be really cool. This is just using, I think, kind of like what it feels like it should, and for the most part, I believe it's pretty spot on. But I do know that it would be kind of cool if you could set that up yourself. But I'm at this point not sure if that's possible.
Yeah, that would be very cool. Kind of making your own almost macro system within that system. That'd be cool. I just noticed, I didn't actually know if I saw that correctly, but I did. I verified. I crit that bear for 53,682. That feels cool. I'll take that.
Yeah, the gear on these guys is
it's pretty insane.
I mean, it feels insane. It does feel really cool.
Yeah, it feels insane. I don't actually know how high Tier 5 gear is, but that's what they provided. So, of course, when you look at the amount of experience you're getting, we're literally getting 58 million experience for this quest. It's possible the numbers are just high in this game. Let's see. Well, I mean, this quest is giving Tier 4 boots. We're currently wearing Tier 5 boots, so we're one step ahead of the standard gear for this bait. So that makes me assume, and this is just an assumption, that we're wearing raid gear. So that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure there are quite a few players that are coming into this wearing that type of gear. Okay, so I can deliver something. Deliver the jewel box at Tamari. I'm getting all these achievements. Oh, I'm getting all these achievements because we're doing basic things that we've never done before because they're new characters. It's like, you turned in your first quest at level 60. I guess that's bound to happen. Oh, I see. They're up on the hill. It's up on the hill up here. I do kind of wish I could go to the new area, but I guess this is not too surprising. I can't say that this is out of the ordinary at all. Climb the hill behind her. Okay. Pori needs help.
First quest given 55 gold isn't too bad either.
Yeah. The Wintour papers. Collect the papers. I'm picking up his papers. I just went from warrior to secretary in one fell swoop.
Need help?
Okay. I love that. Character's name is 14 War Preview. 14 War Preview? Are you boarding the Sky Cruiser too? Yes, I am. As soon as I'm done picking up your papers. Talk to Raph. Okay. Oh, up here? We're heading.
Apparently my guy gets really excited about picking those papers up, by the way.
Yeah. Little cheer every time you do it. Yeah! Yeah! He's way more excited about picking up those papers than I am. At least these quests are quick. The fetch quests aren't making me go a long distance. They don't necessarily feel like filler. They're quick. It's kind of step by step taking us up the hill to where we need to go. At least it's what it appears to be. We won't really know if this is where the airship is until we get on it. What in the world? Oh, yeah, look straight up. There is a giant airship up there. That is exactly what this is doing.
You bring a smile to my face. You're always welcome here.
Okay, so we did that. Please check with Kania to make sure all personnel are prepared. So it looks to me like this quest line is providing an entire set of Tier 4 gear before we get on this airship. So if you were under-geared in any way, this appears to be bringing you up to speed before you hit the new continent, which is admirable. I mean, it really brings people up to a specific level. It kind of brings you up to a prerequisite before you jump over. Okay, where is this person? Over here?
Yeah, I agree with that decision. If that is something designed for this, that is very good of them to do that, because you know that there's nothing more than being behind in an expansion to where you feel like you're behind the curve in every way, and it's like, why would I jump in? So to bring everybody up to the same level to get to that expansion, that's a good call on their part, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. And these quests are quick enough where it's just I want to go to the new expansion. Okay, we're gonna take a moment to get you geared, and then you're gonna go. So at least that's the assumption I'm making. It seems like this is a positive thing. These characters are already geared, but if we weren't, I'd be very happy about these quests right now. Where are the missing soldiers? I guess we're gonna... I don't see anything on the map telling us where to go, so we will just look for them. Of course, I'm looking around town, and I'm guessing that's not where I'm probably supposed to be looking.
Yeah, these guys lined up aren't exactly missing, so they gotta probably be somewhere else.
Maybe just outside of town. Maybe they're cowering somewhere. Maybe they're picking up paper so they can get cool gear.
They'd be excited about that.
Yeah. I mean, we would hear them yelling yay after every time they picked one up, though, so we would know.
Let's see, anything in the logbook you got there? I
don't see any. There's like a person by themselves down here. Oh, no, that's the trader we talked to. I'm backtracking. Don't mind me. I'm going to be a missing soldier in a couple minutes. He's going to get a quest to come find me. Let's see. I've actually played a few classes in this game over my years jumping in and jumping out. I really like the Archer. And the Archer's a lot of fun. And if it wasn't for the fact that I was concerned about us having a good duo to be able to do this content on a server where there weren't going to be a lot of players until it releases, of course, I would have chosen Archer. But I will say, this warrior is crazy. I have a lot of fun with it. It sounds like Gallows was enjoying the priest, so it sounds like the classes are enough variety and enough difference that they can all be really fun, which I would definitely put a point on the board for that one. That's good stuff. I know the Archer feels completely different. You found one? I'm coming to you. Were they in the town?
Well, there was a scout here, but it said a little pop-up on the screen came up, said I'd see one. Now I see a question mark up on the mini-map and a few other things.
Oh, so you kind of... It was like, you're getting warm. You're getting warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, why am I not mounted up? I'm sure everybody's screaming that at the screen right now. Oh, there we go. I found him there where I am.